Are you currently renting a home right now, but you would love to be able to put yourself or position yourself that you can qualify to be a homeowner sometime in the future? Whether it's 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, even 3 to 5 years from now. There's a certain plan and strategy that you can do now as a renter to prepare yourself. So when you are ready to be able to get pre-approved for a mortgage loan and be a homeowner, you already have everything ready and you don't have to wonder like, what do I have to do? So here's the top 3 tips that I'm going to give you for anybody that's currently renting right now that has the goal of being a homeowner sometime in the future. First step, number 1, complete a mortgage application. Have a mortgage lender. If you're working with the realtor, they will have at least a couple mortgage lenders on their team that they've worked with before in the past, and complete a mortgage application. Just because you're not ready to buy a home right now does not mean you should not take this step. It is very crucial because you need to know where you currently stand right now. A lot of times people wait until, okay, now I'm ready to buy a home. Let's see what my credit is, or what do I got to do to improve my credit? You waited too late. Start working on that a year, 2 years ahead of time and know where do you stand right now. Because just because you have a good high credit score doesn't mean that you're going to be pre-approved for a mortgage, because debt to income is one of the biggest factors in your pre-approval. Or you could not have the score that you want to have and you think that I don't qualify because of where my score is, but you may find out from a lender, hey, actually, if you just pay an extra $500 off on this account, if you pay this card off, if you do this, now actually you'll be pre-approved for this amount. Buying a home and being pre-approved for a home is not just about just where your credit score is at. That's just one of the several factors that they're looking at. So you need to be able to complete a mortgage application so you can know exactly what do I need to fix on my credit. I've seen sometimes where buyers make a mistake and they pay off everything on their credit, when in fact, you only really need to pay half of that off to get pre-approved for the range you need it to be at. And now that could have been extra money that you could have kept to use towards down payment, closing costs, or even furniture for your new house. So you need to complete this application so you can know where you stand, know the things to fix in your credit, and also more importantly, just so you can learn about this pre-approval process as a whole. Buying a home is the biggest financial purchase and decision you're ever going to make. So don't take it as if you're just applying for a credit card. No. Take the time to actually learn how this process works, and working with a mortgage lender will help you because a mortgage lender knows exactly what the banks are looking for. They know the debt to income ratios for you to be at. They know what things that you can improve to be able to get you in that spot. And they also have access to different programs. They can say, hey, based on your situation, based on you being a teacher, police officer, based on etc. Hey, actually, you qualify for this program was to actually give you an extra $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 in down payment, closing cost credits. So many different factors can help you in that way. So complete a mortgage application. Second thing you need to do is create a weekly savings stash. A weekly savings stash. Now, I know it's common to hear to do a monthly payment plan, but the reason I say weekly is because it's very hard in the beginning if you don't have the discipline to focus on, okay, every month I'm going to save this. But it's easier to do something every week. Even if it's only $10 a week, $15 a week, just $10, $15, $20, just put it away and just get in the habit of saving that, because you need to build that habit of saving. That is the crucial point, is build that habit, because you're going to need the money sometime in the future, whether it's down payment, closing costs, whether it's to furnish your place, whether it's for future repairs, a few years after the fact you bought the property. There's going to be something you're going to need liquid money for. So start focusing on building that habit right now. Also, the important part of having a weekly stash is you're building the muscle of discipline. You're building that muscle of discipline. Hey, maybe you don't get at Starbucks as much this week. Maybe you take off, instead of 5 days a week, maybe you only get Starbucks 3 days a week. The other 2 days, maybe you just get Speedway gas station coffee or 99, like whatever the thing is. And now that extra money you put to the side. You need to build that habit of discipline. Because not only are you helping yourself by building that habit of discipline, but also the most important thing is that you're building the habit of delayed gratification. Building that habit of delayed gratification helps so much, because now it helps you to understand it's not just about making my decisions right now. It's not just about making the decision that I want to do right now, but it's for the betterment of what I'm trying to do later on. So learning that delayed gratification, building that discipline muscle, and being able to also just have that habit of savings, that's what's going to help you prepare for it. Because when you're renting, these are not things that you think about. There's always somebody you can call and say, fix this, call, fix that. When you're a homeowner, it's up to you now. So these are the reasons why it's not just about, hey, just get a pre-approval, but the learning small habits now. So when you're at that stage ready to buy a house, you're already ready. You already kind of have some of those disciplines and muscles already built. The third thing that you need to do to go from a renter to a home buyer, or prepare yourself from a renter to a home buyer, is you need to know what is your current max monthly mortgage payment that you can afford. Just because a lender gives you a pre-approval for $200,000 does not mean you need to buy a house at $200,000. Maybe the house at $160,000 helps get you the monthly payment that best works for you. So if you're renting right now, ask yourself, how much am I paying right now in rent? So if you're paying $1,000 a month right now in rent, okay, how much more can I afford to pay per month if I was to get my house, my condo, my multifamily building, whatever it is that your goals are for home ownership in the future? Ask yourself, okay, what is that? What is that range, that comfort sweet spot? Because to go from $1,000 a month to now $1,700 a month mortgage payment doesn't make sense unless you've had a drastic increase in your income, or unless you just had a massive savings stash somewhere that you're now going to start being able to tap into. So you need to be able to learn exactly what's my max monthly mortgage payment that I can afford. Because you don't want to be house rich and cash poor. And I see it too many times. And also, by now being able to understand what's your max monthly payment, it gives you a chance to start searching online and seeing what are the condition of the homes in the monthly payment that best works for me. Because now once you work with a mortgage lender, you can say, hey, my monthly payment that I can afford comfortably is $1,500 a month. How much of a purchase price is that? So now they'll say, okay, you're pre-approved for $250,000, but if you got a monthly mortgage payment goal of $1,500 a month, well, now you need to be at $140,000, $150,000, especially when they let you know how much property taxes you're pre-approved for as well. So again, these are the three things that you can do right now to prepare yourself to go from a renter to a home buyer. It's a process. It's the small little things that you do every single day. But there's a whole different world and a whole different psychology. And there's so many benefits of home ownership, not even just for yourself, but benefits that you can pass down to your kids and your grandkids. But you need to learn these steps, step by step. So now when you're ready in that position to be able to be a homeowner, it's not as much nervousness or anxiety about it, because you kind of already have built certain disciplines and certain muscles.